Marco Reus scored his second goal of the year, but the LA Galaxy otherwise sleepwalked through an uninspired yet totally deserved 2-1 loss to Minnesota United at Dignity Health Sports Park on Saturday. Hi, I'm James of Faithful Angelino Sports with a rapid recap of Galaxy soccer. And if you enjoy talking about the 6-time MLS Cup champions, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We talk Galaxy soccer a lot here, even when the chant, "We want better," gets completely ignored. It goes like this. You want to talk a friend into how much fun it is to see pro soccer, right? Hey, spend a Saturday night out at the park here with me instead of lusting after girls. You spend the entire week talking this guy into it. And after Saturday's performance, you have lost that friend for life. That's how poor it was. It wasn't even about the final score. No. The Galaxy totally slumbered through that match, and they now have 0 wins in their last 4 MLS matches. And frankly, manager Greg Vanney deserves quite a bit of the blame for this. Absolutely deserves quite a bit of the blame. In my opinion, the Galaxy overcompensated for not having injured center back Jakub Glesnes. They changed formations. They would normally go with a 4-3-3, which encourages attacking, and they switched to a 4-2-3-1. In other words, they switched the lineup by adding 2 defensive-minded midfielders in Lucas Sanabria and Edwin Cerrillo. And as a result, the idea was we'll give up a little bit of offense to try to protect the weakened back line. They basically cut their own throat by doing that. How do we know that this put a stranglehold on its own offense? Glad you asked. Because the Loons had 47% of possession. Now you might say, wait a second, that still means LA had control of the ball more often. True. But Minnesota came into the match ranked 4th from the bottom in terms of possession. What does that tell you? It means the Galaxy conceded the ball to a team that didn't even want it in the first place. Didn't even want to attack, and yet the Galaxy gave them the ball. That's what made that match so dreadfully boring to watch. And as a result, the Galaxy got booed off their own pitch. They deserved to get booed off their own pitch. The chant, "We want better," rained down on them, which, by the way, is not the first time Greg Vanney has heard that chant. He heard it last year when the Galaxy went through a historically poor season. Only he kept his job then. I don't know how much longer he keeps it now. I have no idea. And by the way, did that job of assisting the back line, putting more personnel back on defense, did that pay dividends? No, not at all. Because it's becoming painfully obvious that Mauricio Cuevas isn't that good at the soccer ring. Both of Minnesota's goals came to his side of the back line, and you could easily argue that in each instance, he's the guy who got caught flat-footed. Joaquin Pereira dropped an ideally weighted 25-yard assist from the other side of the pitch to Anthony Markinich in the 51st minute for a breakaway on the Galaxy net. Markanovic converted the shot. By the way, the goal scorer is also a defender. In other words, nobody saw him cheating up from the other side of the pitch. Nobody caught eye of that. Certainly Cuevas didn't. He reacted like he was on sleeping meds himself. And by the way, whatever he's on, you should ask if you're looking for pain relief or if you have a sleeping disorder, because he got caught sleeping again when Tomas Chancalay threaded a diagonal pass past Cuevas to Kelvin Yeboah for the game winner in the 67th minute. If you screw up once, that kind of sucks. If your side is getting attacked over and over and over again, that's on you, bruh. The Galaxy, meanwhile, fired 21 shots at Minnesota's net, which sounds like a ton, right? But the Loons, to their credit, knew how to set up a wall in front of their own goal. Minnesota blocked 8 Galaxy shots. 8 of them. Even when Royce scored his goal to tie the match, he had to follow up a first shot, which goalie Drake Callender actually deflected. So they were fighting themselves all night on offense. And now the Galaxy are 1-3-2 and slipped to 12th in the Western Conference. Minnesota, by the way, with the victory, passed the LA Galaxy. In the standings, they now have 8 points. They are 2-2-2. The Galaxy will play Liga MX champion Toluca in the first leg of the CONCACAF Champions Cup quarterfinals at 8 p.m. Wednesday. So, once again, your final score, Minnesota United 2, LA Galaxy 1. If you enjoyed reliving this frustration, if you are privately begging to see a press release about Greg Vanney losing his job, well, don't forget to subscribe to Faithful Angelenos. We talk Galaxy soccer almost every day here. Thanks for watching. I'm James. We'll be back tomorrow morning. Faithful Angelenos is a Kian Corte El Queso production. Take care.